Welcome to the third part of the recording. This is to discuss your assignment. Hopefully you've downloaded this sheet from Web Campus in the class session 9 section. And let me zoom in on this top part here. So you have a two-part assignment. Part 1, it's for the auxiliary drawing. You're going to open a drawing file from Web Campus on that list again called Auxiliary Assignment 2020. And when you open up the file, you're going to see this, and you're going to copy and paste that into your title block drawing, a title block drawing that you created, and I returned back the results before our spring break. So you're going to open up both files. You're going to go into Model Space of the Auxiliary Assignment 2020. You're going to window in the whole thing, right-click, Clipboard Copy. Then you're going to go into your title block drawing, into Model Space, and then right-click, Clipboard Paste. Okay, and then you're going to complete the auxiliary view. Right, it's going to be projected off of this surface, so you will offset that surface 2 inches, and then you'll go to the ray command, and you're going to project that off in that direction. And you're going to be creating the entire auxiliary, right? So all of these surfaces here will come into play. All these things back here and at the bottom, right? So everything we did in class. I'm going to quickly demonstrate the steps 1 and 2 of that. So I'm going to go back into AutoCAD. Okay, and here's the drawing. I'm going to go into Model Space. You can include this border or not, doesn't really matter, but I'm going to include it. I'm windowing in the whole thing, right-click, Clipboard, Copy. And then I have my title block drawing here. I'm going to go into Model Space, and I'm going to right-click, Clipboard, Paste, and then I'm just going to drop this down in here. Now I would zoom in, and I would get started on the auxiliary view. Whether or not you keep this border, it doesn't matter to me. But when all is said and done, you're going to go back to your 18 by 12 layout, and you look at that, and you're like, where did it go? Well, you're going to double-click to activate that, and you're going to say Z, Enter, E, Enter, Zoom Extents, and it'll go out there in space somewhere, and it'll find it. Now, notice my hidden lines disappeared. And if I zoom with my mouse, I've ruined my scale, so I have to say Z, Enter, E, Enter. And I want you to type in regen, R-E-G-E-N. And your hidden lines will return. And sometimes when you zoom great distances from one space to the next, you lose your hidden lines. And then there's also that PSLT scale setting. So I don't know if this template has it in there, but I'm going to type it in PSLT SCALE, and it should be 0. Okay? So you guys should have that built into your template, so you don't have to worry about it anymore. Because it will get you. It'll get you in a lot of drawings. Make sure that in this drawing you update the scale, update the name of the drawing. This should be auxiliary view, and then the date. Okay. Now let's see if this will fit at 1-to-1 scale. So if I go down here to my scale list. And I know that it will. It's a little bit larger than 1-to-1 as it fits. So I'm going to come back up here and say 1-to-1. Okay? So you should get these things at their correct scale and double-click outside the viewport so that you don't disrupt your scale anymore. And when it's all done, save and exit, and then that's what you're going to email to me. Okay? So let's go back to the worksheet. And then let's look at the second drawing. All right, so hatching and section view. So there's another drawing on Web Campus, and it's called House Elevation 2020. So you're going to open up that file, and you're going to do the same thing as I just showed you with the auxiliary. You're going to copy and paste that into Model Space of your title block drawing. Then you're going to add the appropriately scaled hatching. And that was from that page that I showed you earlier. That was with the house, and it had the siding and the shading and all of that stuff. I believe I can bring that one right back up. Yeah. So you're going to use this as a model. Now, what colors you choose, that's up to you. What we can't learn because we're not in the lab is that the printing would take those colors and change them into something appropriate. And I'm not going to worry about that right now. That's a secondary concern I'll address later. What I'm looking for is appropriate materials, appropriate scaled hatching. Don't give me these bricks that are gigantic if you're going to even use bricks. I mean, the siding is up to you. But I am looking for a thorough result, right? Everything's got to have hatching on it. And use transparency, add a shadow line, and do a nice job. And that'll make for a nice portfolio drawing if you do a nice job. Okay, so back to this. So the viewport scale should be 1/4 inch to the foot, like we just did for 1 inch equals a foot. You're going to set that to 1/4 inch to a foot. But remember, when you copy and paste it in and you go into your viewport, do a zoom extents first. Get it into the vision, and then scale it. Okay. You're going to save that as section XX, that being your first and last name, and then you're just going to email me that, go into layout space and deactivate the viewport and get it centered and looking good, right? And all of those drawings, those 2 drawings are due by 1:30 next Friday, April 3rd. Okay? So good luck, and I hope what I just showed you will get you going. Okay?